What is going on, everybody? Vex30 here, coming with a new video, and today we are doing another coaching video. If you would like to get coached and you would like to see what the process is, be sure to stop by my Discord down below in the description, or check out our streams over at Twitch Vex30, where we do $10 donations or a couple subs for a coaching review on stream. And if you don't want it on stream, I can do it privately, but I usually like to do it on stream for the free content, of course. But this is going to be on a Furia game that Checkmate, one of my viewers and editor, had. And pretty much towards the end of this video, you'll hear my final thoughts on the overall issues in the game. But I hope this helps you in your Furia gameplays, or just in general on your supports, because there's a lot of general tips here. But again, be sure to go follow me over my Twitch Vex30 and my TikTok Vex30_YouTube, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all those fun things with this video. And now for question of the day comes from Darius McCall. Sorry, again, I'm awful with names. I'm gonna pronounce all your names wrong. Be ready for that. If you can add one extra item to each type, so to the red type, to the blue type, to the green type, to the yellow type, what would it be for each type? What new items would you like to see in the game? Darius, thank you so much for the question. And again, if you want a question of the day featured in one of these videos, be sure to leave it down below, and the most like will see yourself probably in a video. I'll see you there. What do you have? Khan, Rom, Splitstone, Tyra, Vora. Not bad. They have Andro, Octavia, Genos, Grover, Ashe. Okay. Your main problems here is going to be over peeking into Genos, into Grover, Octavia, and getting dove by Andro, Ashe. That's the main issue
должно
here.
быть сложно, но ладно, типа пусть там. Ща, блядь.
И будем токсить.
Просто ставим. О, да. На друг друга пиздеть.
So far, not bad.
Ебать.
Your Vora died though. But like, they're over aggressing on the left side. You have nowhere to go.
Ебать.
Okay, so that dash was an issue, but the overall issue here is once you know your Vora's dead on the left side, you should be leaning right now. You should definitely be like hovering right side instead of like trying to go left. Like, you should be pushing in here a little bit. Maybe pushing up on this Ashe, playing in here with your Tyra. Fuck the Khan. This dash, you already know that's...
Ебать.
It just doesn't make sense to do that, right? But overall, I think like once you know that Vora's dead, you start rotating more inside of the Corey side, and you go in there with your Tyra and you like run at that Ashe and make a play with your team. Once you've lost the other side, you got to make a play happen on the right side.
Enemy killing spree.
Did you get tunnel vision here? What happened? Or it was low. Oh, you're going for the Khan. I know what you're doing here. Going to save the Khan. But once he dies, you immediately look at the Vora. I think you try to go after the Andro a little bit early. I get what you were doing there. That made sense. Just a little bit slow to get to the Vora. It happens.
Enemy double kill.
I mean, overall, like, your team just kind of fed on the left side. They need to play around their healer a little bit more.
Enemy rampage.
That.
Ладно, это идет.
A little bit more like sound spatial awareness to figure out where that Andro is would have helped you a ton. You have dash up there. Once your Vora dies here, you should be doing one of two things. Here, you should be either dashing backwards and running, because you know Vora just died to that Andro ult, and you might be next. Either you should be dashing into the room behind you, or dashing to the room in front of you, because you know you see that Khan up there. You either dash towards that Khan or dash away. Either one could have worked here. But it, like, I think you panicked a little bit and didn't do anything, and you were trying to figure out where he was. But once you see that forward die, your first instinct should be instantly to dash away. Instantly get out. No hesitation. Because there's no shot you take this duel against Andro. Sometimes as Furia you can take this duel, but with no Wrath, there's just no duel to be had. You thought the fork could go to combat? I mean, that makes sense. You definitely should have sat out of combat for a second. Okay, this is good. That's unfortunate. Nice. Wow, the con actually just got knocked to high ground. Good safe pathing there, by the way. Me, okay, I hate to say this, but like me, if this con goes there, I definitely push forward, heal him, and then dash to him instantly. So like, I think you made the right play by playing safe and falling back and trying to go all the way around, because you already had they already had 2 dead. So even if the con dies, it doesn't matter. But I would have made the play of pushing forward, healing the con, and then dashing down the ramp to him, just to make sure he lives. So that's just, it's an alternative aggressive play to think about there. And you would have got away with it since their enemy was dead. But you can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with taking the safe route. It's just limit testing. Things like that is literally just limit testing. Nice, nice, nice. Andrew dying that late is huge. I'll read that here in a second. Here in a minute, Grace. Nice. Okay. So good. Minute 8. No. Okay. I was just trying to think if you could have popped your ulti here anytime soon. Like around a minute, you should probably be holding your ulti for as Furia. You gain ult super fast. So like here at this point, you might as well just hold ulti. In rank though, you don't want to get too O'd because teammates spiral out of control. I think this is way too passive. You're way too passive here. Way too passive. So here, what you do is you see the con there, you should go up the ramp. This is way too passive of pathing. Everything's fine here, but then here you go up to the ramp to your back left rather than going all the way around. You taking this super like safe pathing might have got Tyra killed. Because if you went up to that ramp, you might have been able to get line of sight on her. It's hard to say, but and then you would have been in this position way earlier and you would have had your dash to like go somewhere. So I think that was way too passive of pathing. Passive pathing is usually fine, but yeah. So here's the thing. So you got wrecked 3 times. I thought I was playing too aggro. That's a good thing to be aware that you're playing too aggressive, but you can't be afraid of it, because once you start overthinking and thinking you're playing too aggressive and getting passive, and then you get way too passive. I am a firm believer on you should be more aggressive than more passive, because you'll learn more from making aggressive plays and dying than you will not doing anything, you know? So I think it's okay. You shouldn't be scared off by like making aggressive plays. And yeah. I mean, a couple of times with the dash forward on the Andro, too aggressive. When the Andro ulti, I don't think that was you being aggressive. I just think that was you not using your dash in time. But I would prefer somebody to make more aggressive plays than do absolutely nothing on any role in Paladins or any game, because you learn nothing from being passive, you know? So don't be afraid of that. If you think you're being too aggressive, tone it down slowly. But it's good that you're aware that you died being aggressive. You can learn from that. Nice try there. Could have done different. You're in okay spot. Your DPS died. There's literally nothing you can do here.
15 seconds remaining.
Absolutely nothing. Literally the only play you could have had was going to your tanks on point, but you still died. I think no matter what, you still die there, so that's fine. I think you did right there. It's fine.
Enemy killing spree. 3, 2,
Heal for the DR, true.
Suka.
Uka.
0 shields.
It has nothing to do with doing fun. And You hate to see that. You hate to see that. Been there. Been there.
Not healing, man.
Won't replay that. Don't worry. We've all been there though. Holy shit! Your team almost seed fucking 9. Good lord, that payload is so close right here. If that Ashe doesn't die that instant, they push. Yeah, I'll get to it here in a minute, Grace. Actually, I'll get to it now, real quick. Am I wrong in saying that as a support, you want to only show your face when the enemy is busy with someone else? And no, I think you should be showing your face a lot, actually. As long as you're in decent positions and you have your teammates around you and you have your teammates between you and the enemy, that you should be always peeking out and doing damage. You should be always trying to take some damage, do a little bit of damage, because benefit of support is we have a lot of self-sustain on most supports. So you should be always be looking to trade damage, not just because trading damage forces their healer now to heal the person you're doing damage to. It also gives you ult charge, and you're always going to go usually net positive on the trades because you have your self-sustain, like most healers. Like Damba's is butthole, but most healers have good self-sustain. So it is actually not good to not show your face. You should be showing your face a bit more and trading damage. But keeping you like the best way to position as support is keeping yourself on the opposite side of the majority of the enemy team. That's the only way I can ever say it. Back off, self-sustain, and repeat. Exactly. That's how you should be playing supports when it comes in terms of damage. That's like a next level up on supports. Like once you start learning that, you first have to learn how to stay alive and keep your team alive. Then you start learning how to trade damage, do damage, gain more ult charge, because that's how you gain ult charge. And healing is dog shit for ult charge overall compared to damage. So like you should be doing damage. Like I saw a Saris player do 3k damage earlier. Saris, you literally take this mouse button and you take this mouse button and you hold them down together. Literally, that's how you play Saris. You hold down 2 mouse buttons and you look at allies who need healing. You should be always holding left click on, always be holding this on Saris. And you don't always have to hold the right click, but you should not let go of this button on Saris, unless you need to get out of combat, of course. Literally, don't left click on. Ever. Ever. Unless you need to get out of combat, of course. Or you're on mount, of course. There's all the release pressure. Yeah, when people see support, they're like, oh, free kill. Oh, that's just rough positioning there. Your brain just shut off for a minute there, Check. Nothing else to say to that one. There's nothing wrong with this here. Right here, you should be shoulder peeking. One concept Paladins players don't understand compared to like people who play CSGO and people who play Valorant is the concept of shoulder peeking. And right here is where you hold this corner right here, and then you just peek right, shoot, peek left, peek right, shoot, peek left, just over and over. Once you take a little bit of damage, you back off, get your healing off, your self-sustain. But yeah. That was just funny to watch. Dumbest thing I've ever done in Paladins. Yeah, I could see that. That was pretty dumb. But it's okay. That's a teachable moment. That's a teachable moment. Every dumb thing is just teachable, you know? It was dumb though. I'm not gonna, you can't lie, you know? But using shoulder peeks more people, oh, that's unfortunate on that dash. You're gonna have to get this ult off soon. Heal the Ram and then you ult here. Definitely need to get you need to get this ult off sooner, I think. Even with your DPS all the way over there. Ooh, one teachable moment. Besides ulting, like just getting the ult off. One thing with Furia. Also, I like somewhat disagree with myself. You don't specifically. Okay, so all right, let me replay this so I can re-get my thoughts together. So here, I don't think you have to ulti here because the only way you reach that Vora and teammates that will get full effectiveness is if you ult, you air glide to the middle of the map, or else they'll be out of range. Like, unless you're air gliding yourself and like momentuming yourself with the ulti all the way to here, they're not going to reach. So like you want to wait until she gets a little bit closer. Or your other DPS comes. Your DPS is on the right. So now is the only opportunity. But the other thing I was going to say with Furia ulti is typically with Fury ulti, you want to heal and then immediately ult. Try to wait until you put off a heal to ulti. One, making sure your passive is all the way buffed up for max damage output for yourself. Two, your ult time takes about the duration of your cooldown, so why have your heal on cooldown? You should always be using it. You should always be using your cooldowns pretty much. It's very bad to not have it on cooldown. But yeah, whenever you Fury ult, you always, right as you're, right here, there's an animation cancel, like right at the end. You can like cancel your heal. Even though it says you're locked out, you're not. Okay, so it's actually okay that you held ulti because their point percentage wasn't very high.
Ooh.
So it's not a bad thing. It is not a bad thing. So you're going to see the opportunity here. Yeah, there you should have waited for the heal. You would have topped off that con sooner. That's it. That was perfect what I was talking about. You waited that extra second, you top off con. Maybe you die still, but yeah, it applies a brief hot. Even if they're full health, it still applies a hot to them. That if they take damage, you're getting wrath and they're getting healing.
Enemy rampage.
Nice, good damage. Okay, good positioning here, by the way. Really good positioning. Great positioning. You commit here. Always commit here. If you're in the open, you commit to where your teammate is. Because you falling back here got you killed. You trying to fall back here. You didn't make a decision, I think, what you wanted to do. You went for the kill, but then you gave up on it. You got to commit to that, I think. Even if you die, you're going to kill that Genos. You're going to push up, finish that Genos, and then they're going to have to fall back to kill you while your team's pushing up. It would have made it way easier on your team if you forced yourself forward there. Right there, you're in between two decisions and didn't make a decision fast enough what to do. The hesitation got you killed. I think you hard commit to going forward there. Shit, on any support, you'd hard commit. Because your con was there. You just play around the con. Nothing wrong with playing aggressive like that on support, though.
Ooh.
Nice, I like this. You got out just in time. There's not much you can do here because your team hard committed. The only thing you could have done is dash. So you know your team's on the left. The only thing you're only out here is dashing front left. Is turning and dashing this way. This is your only chance of living right here. Is dashing this way. Only shot. Dashing backwards, dashing to the right, to the left, forward, all dead. Your only shot of possibly living is left. Always dash like to your team. That's like the teachable moment there. Because maybe you hit the perfect dash here and you dash like in the doorway or you dash in the far doorway and then you can kite around the ramp. Maybe your teammate turns around. I'm not saying you'd live here, but your only chance of possibly living was that. That just goes to the idea of always to your team rather than backwards. Wherever your team is to them. I mean, that's why you watch VODs though, check. Everybody makes so many, I make so many wrong decisions split second. But that's why we watch VODs and review them. Because those split second decisions, you'll never improve on them until you see what you're doing wrong in those split second decisions. And why what you did was wrong and why what you should have done is right. And why the reason for it. It'll start building up in your like unconscious like play. Good thing you got out of position. That was a good spot until they started pushing. So you getting over here is great. Painting new reactions, exactly. It'll start like morphing your brain to like think about going towards the team more. It's not going to be like tomorrow you're going to notice it, but seeing all these little moments and understanding why they're bad / good, it's gonna make you way better on any champion, any character. Same thing in any game too, not just Paladins. Like if I did a VOD review for somebody playing Valorant, like it's the same thing. Like they'll never improve the next day. They might be able to take a tip to the next day, but like I watched some tip videos for League of Legends, and I like was able to apply them immediately. Like for ult teching on Furia to get height, momentum, and distance, you can apply that the next day. But reactions and decision making is not something you can take into the next day typically. It's something that like subconsciously you'll have to like train. You pop that off way sooner. Good ulti, you pop it way sooner. At this point, right here, once you see their team, you ult backwards. And then you just ult for your team. You just pop the heal, you get that ult off. You know they're all right here. Khan's here. You have, I wish you, so one thing here you should be doing is turning your camera and knowing where your team going. Right now, you have zero idea outside of mount cues where your team is. If you turned around for a second with your camera, like on mount, you can jump and turn so you don't lose any momentum. If you were like looking around a bit more, you would know exactly where your team is. Say you see a Vora or Tyra following you up, you would have more confidence to ult because there would be follow-up. So you not being aware of like any of the mounts is something to work on, is like knowing exactly where your team's going at all times. Yeah, I agree. Khan committed too far here. I do think Khan overcommitted. Khan should have held the corner. You should have held the corner too, which you did. You wanted to push up, but then you held the corner, which is perfect. You had a very good angle. Which that all ended up being fine, but you're over peeking a little bit there, but it's okay. It wasn't bad. Ooh, you overextended for that heal. But I think you end up living for it. Yeah, if you just held over here and just waited for the Rom, you see him falling back here, you stay right here. Because on your screen, you can see an Octavia and a Genos. You push into the open. You also knew Grover was high ground. So here, you just play this corner and hope to God the Rom falls back for a heal. This is one of those instances where chasing heals. You shouldn't be chasing heals. Is you hope they come to you. Because thank God you lived. I think the Octavia just sucks though. You missed a lot of shots. Or she wasn't shooting for you. There's nothing you can do about that. Also, I don't think you're playing like exceptionally bad this game. I think there's been some like rough moments. I like this duel. Oh, okay. Great beam, but you get this off sooner. So one thing with reversal is it locks Andrew where he can't dash, and it slows him. I don't think it slows him down a little bit, but like it's way easier just to hit reversal in his, or hit beam in his reversal. And you waited till the last second to do it. I don't know. I don't think it was a bad beam, actually. But I don't think what you did was bad there. I just think for like anybody else watching this, always try to beam or Andro during reversal rather than post reversal or pre-reversal. If you wait for reversal, sometimes you catch him off guard, or you catch him where he can't dash and shit. But I think that beam was fine. You waiting there just confirms the beam more. Nice grip by the Khan. Positioning is fine here. Still a little bit in the open. Try to play around corners more. Here, instead of strafing right, if you strafed left, you, I think, live right there. So always be playing around corners. I think you were trying to go right behind the wall, but you like misjudged where the wall was, or the opening was, which is okay. As long as you were trying to get behind the wall and trying to play corners, that's fine. As long as that was the idea there behind that. You go both. Yeah, also items. Let's talk about that. I think you should be getting morale boost. Pundit. I think Nimble is good on Furia, but you should be getting morale boost over it because how powerful the ulti is. I 100% think you should be going morale boost over Nimble, and then stopping at Chronos 2 if you need Haven. Some games you definitely need Haven. because you're getting hit this game a lot. So I understand the Haven, but then you just stop at Chronos 2 and buy util. But I do think you should have a point or two in morale boost here rather than Nimble. Nah, Chronos 3 is worth it on Corvus and Furia. 100%. She has such high cooldowns. Is that an instance of the heal? Yeah, I think you wait for the heal again here. Han still ends up living. Nice try. Very nice try on the Grover there. Here you're playing the corner well. Like that beam. It's playing this well. Your positioning is good. That was just bad heal targeting there. Yeah, Khan would be topped off right now. Now you get him out of caught heal. Give him an out of caught heal. Putting a little bit more thought into who you're healing is important here. Late game. Grover's going for the back door, I think. Little bit risky here. You know Grover's dead, so you're just trading damage right now. But here you should be getting top left, I think. And getting back into a good position. Right now you're just standing in the open. There you go. Now you're in a better spot. Way better spot.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Outside of like kill priority and playing corners, like that overall is pretty good. What to build on IO? You build Nimble. Nimble Haven. Sometimes Cauterize, sometimes Wrecker. All util. Con ult like that? I don't know. That was a poor con ulti. Maybe Ashe stalls long enough for her team to follow up and team gets picked off, but risky. It's so important on the point. Follow Khan up, which is fine. You see your team go full left. Right here. Okay, let me show you something here. Let me teach you a trick here. Look at this window. So right here, I think you want to go left. But what you think is you need to go right to peek that ROM. What you should actually do here is walk up to this window, wall jump, heal him through the window, and keep going left while you're doing it. Because right now, you need to start rotating left. Because if you go right like you were doing, you're on your own completely, and you're out of line of sight of your entire team. So here, you 100% should be leaning left on the map. And one thing that might have like triggered in your head to go right is you needed to peek right to heal this ROM. Always try to use this window to heal people. It's great. And it would have been about the same time. And that dash should have went left. You guys still win it. Great beam. 10 out of 10 beam. Good job. Ooh, no. You take that death. I get why, though. I get why you ulted there. But I think you take that death. Nice, you're playing this well. You're peeling for your team. But you fed that so hard, though. Jeez. You almost killed yourself there. You played that well. Looking for more damage is great. Oh, you missed the wall jump. Fun tech here for this map. Is you can actually wall jump to your right now. And you can, while you're wall jumping, get over the boxes to your right. That would have been a play here if you wanted to get over there. Because you missed the wall jump right there. And then you got put into a bad position. You could actually use that wall, the corner wall, to wall jump yourself over the boxes. Just a fun little trick there. Here you're a bit too in the open. I know you got crippled, but you should be playing around these boxes a little bit. Thank God for Haven. Nice. Good wall jump. Great wall jump dash there. 10 out of 10 play. Saved your life. You almost have ulti again, which is good. Doing a lot. That means you're doing a lot without Morale Booster. Here you heal and then ulti. Nice, you got the ult off. Perfect. Only thing I would have said is heal before the ulti. Besides that, last point was actually played really well. The panic ult, I don't think you should have, because I think you just take the death, but I understand like why I understand why you did it, because the game, it's already a 4v2, and if you die here, I don't think it would have made a big difference, pretty much. Nah, this last point fight was probably one of your better point fights. Overall, you played more towards walls. You played more towards corner. Here was great. You peeled for your teammate. The fact that you guys don't get this kill is bad, though, because you spent a lot of time not healing here. One thing on Furia I always look to do on this kill here, but while I'm killing Andrew, he breaks line of sight. If you flick towards your Tyra and heal her, you know, like you're feeling the APMs right now if you're doing this. You flick, heal Tyra for your own self-sustain. Even if she doesn't need it, you need it for self-sustain to keep taking the duel and win the duel. But like, it's not also bad to keep chasing you and not turn around for the heal while you're going forward. Like, it's just small things like that that are just like, start doing more, like flicking for the heals to get self-sustain. Make sure you're healing somebody while you're dueling somebody. While you're in a duel and there's like a second where there's no shooting, look for a heal. You're looking for way more damage on this last fight, by the way, which is great because COT 3 is online and you're just doing overall less healing. Great beam. So, really. How do they not kill you here? That was like, this might have won you the game, by the way. This right here. Like that wall jump dash might have won you the game, because you probably would have died if you tried to go around. Khan healed you, right? But you still probably would have died. Great. Haven 2. Empty. Are you not running max health in your build? I don't really look at your build. I don't think it was a bad build. You are. Wait, Furia's 2,000 base health? For some reason I thought she had more. Fuck.
Items, deft hand.
But yeah. Overall, I think that was, I don't know. I don't think the game was as bad as you thought it was. I think you had some really dumb moments, but you also had like moments that were not dumb, but were just decision making. Some of the times, like, you were in between decisions. So like here on the left side, what we're looking at right here, over in that corner, you didn't know what you wanted to do, so you got caught in the open. I think committing to a play is the play. Yeah, no, I don't think she has. Wait, what is wrong here? Is this not the build you have or what? I thought it was 2200. Wait a second. Or is this, did you not run this build? No, she has 2200 base. What the fuck? So you ran this. Interesting. I saw Bex by accident. Okay. That makes sense. Weird. Yeah, that happens sometimes. This is good for like exterminate / solar blessing, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the coaching video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you all enjoyed your day, night, evening, morning, dawn, dusk, or whatever it is where you live. And I will see you in the next one. Later.